Good morning. This is Mark Lefebvre from the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with your conservation report. This morning I'd like to give an update on the Minnesota Ag Water Quality Certification Program. This program that I've talked about before on CHASM, and we had several informational meetings as well as several mailings to promote the program. The SWCD was selected to be part of this new program on a pilot basis about a year ago. The Middle Sauk River watershed area, which runs from Melrose to about Rockville along the Sauk River, was selected to be one of the 4 pilot areas throughout the state to further refine details and gather feedback from farmers. This pilot process will last for a period of 3 years, and farmers must be located within the boundaries of the Middle Sauk River pilot area to participate. This is a voluntary program designed to accelerate the adoption of on-farm conservation practices that protect Minnesota's lakes and rivers. Farmers who implement and maintain approved farm management practices will be certified and in turn assured that their operation meets the state's water quality goals and standards for a period of 10 years. Over the past year, we have formed an advisory committee made up of several farmers, a crop consultant, and extension agent Dan Martins. We also sent out a CAP survey, which stands for Knowledge, Attitudes, and Practices, to gather information at the beginning of the program. This type of survey is used widely throughout the world to understand health and environmental issues and is specific to a local region. The outcomes of the survey will provide information about incentives and how to best conduct communications and outreach efforts. A second survey will be sent out at the end of the pilot to show the impact of the efforts of the Water Quality Certification Program and what changes should be made to best serve the farmers and local communities within the pilot area. If you received a survey in the mail and returned it, I'd like to thank you for that. And if you still have one sitting on your pile of mail, I would encourage you to fill it out and return it, because this information is very important to us. Farm operations seeking certification will be evaluated using a water quality index assessment tool designed to measure the impact of a farmer's management practices on water quality. The assessment tool is specifically tailored to Minnesota. This tool will help determine if a farm operation is immediately eligible for certification or if additional water quality practices need to be implemented before the operation can be certified. And the tool looks at 6 management factors. First, it looks at the field physical characteristics, the soils and the slopes, organic matter, those kinds of things. Next, it looks at nutrient management factors like fertilizer and manure application timing, source, and placement. Then it looks at tillage management factors, pest management factors like weed control, insect control. Fifth, whether the field would have irrigation or tile drainage. And then lastly, what kind of conservation practices are existing on the field. The output from the assessment tool is a score from 1 to 10. A threshold of 8.5 must be matched or exceeded by each field within the operation to attain certification. The score for certification and the tool will continue to be developed throughout the pilot process based on feedback from scientists, conservation professionals, and farmers. I'm happy to say that last week we had our first farm officially certified. So I'd like to congratulate Chuck and Deb Uphoff of New Munich on becoming the first Minnesota Water Quality Certified farm in the Middle Sauk River pilot. Chuck and Deb have completed a lot of conservation projects on their farm over the years, and they continue to adopt practices like cover crops to improve soil quality and reduce potential for nutrient and sediment runoff from their fields. I've completed the assessment on over 20 farms so far and have 6 additional farms that are certification eligible that we need to verify the assessment numbers with our Minnesota Department of Ag partners. These farm operations vary from crop farms growing corn and soybeans to diverse livestock operations, as well as even a few farms where the entire farm is enrolled in the Conservation Reserve Program. The thing I've noticed so far is that when fields are in corn and manure is applied, these fields typically score the lowest on the tool, which makes sense because the risk of nutrients moving off the field is possibly greater. But if this field has grass waterways or filter strips or other conservation practices in place, the score improves because the risk to water quality is reduced. If you'd like to have your farm evaluated or you have questions about the program, give our office a call at 320-251-7800, extension 3. This is a good program to recognize all the good conservation efforts of farmers, but also help identify fields or management practices where adjustments could be made to improve water quality. To wrap up here, I'd like to mention the Take a Day Off event, which will take place on Saturday, August 2nd at the Stearns County, Mississippi River Park, located 7 miles north of Sartell, and it runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is a free family event that includes activities like archery, fishing, nature hikes, live reptiles, electro-fishing demos, kids games, paddle sports, birdhouse building, geocaching, shoreline tours, and much more. For more information on this or lots of other conservation-related topics, you can always visit our website at www.stearnscountyswcd.com. Again, this is Mark Lefebvre from the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with your conservation report, and thanks for listening.